It's morning, and that's a good thing. And it's pretty cloudy. It's not all cloud. A lot of it's wildfire smoke. We have several areas in our province that are under evacuation orders. We've got a fire on the other side of the lake that is pretty big. We have a fire about an hour and a half west of us that's also pretty big, and then there's one south of us by about an hour that is pretty big. We're not in an evacuation zone. We are okay, but our province is having a bit of a day. Okay? It is having a little bit of a time. So everyone in here is good. We are expecting a whole bunch of rain, which will really be a good thing. Hi, guys. We're expecting some rain, which is not a bad thing because we are in desperate need of it. The vast majority of wildfires in our province were started by lightning strikes. So we've had a lot of like thunder and lightning over the last 2-3 weeks, but we haven't had any rain. So that's the problem. Like everything's crunching under my feet. It rained a little bit here early this morning. Chickens. But it rained a little bit, not a ton, not enough. And it's supposed to rain tonight, and that's what we need, Arwen. So I got ducks. I'm not sure where Dewey is. That's Donald. I don't know where Dewey is right now. He was here. I don't know where he is right now. I don't know. Earlier, I had all 6 ducks, and then I only had 5 because I stuck on a... There we go. But I only had 5, and then I had 4 because I don't know where Dewey went. It's around somewhere. So I've seen all 6 of them. I just don't know where everybody is. So, we're praying for rain. Rain is what will save our butts. Okay? Rain is what will save our butts. So, is it possible we could get evacuated? I don't think so. But if it doesn't rain, then, yeah, probably. The Shellfax. He's a very good pony, doing his pony thing. Also, can I get the boogers off your eyeballs? Sorry. And Arwen's in my way. Why is there always a goat in my way? I swear, goats live on being completely in the way. That's all they want to do, is be in the way. It's annoying. So, it's a goat thing. But I don't think we are going to get evacuated. Is it possible if we don't get rain? Yeah. We desperately have to get this rain. Okay? Like, desperately have to get this rain. We need it. We are not in a good place right now. Thank you. Okay, well, we don't... Ow! Being attacked. Got it. Egg. That's for hatching. But they're getting kind of annoyed that I keep taking their eggs. But yes, we are not in an evacuation zone. We are currently okay. Still got a little bit of molting going on, but they're doing pretty well. These guys are doing well. It's not hot. Okay? It's not hot. And it's going to be freaking cold on the weekend. Which, it's our holiday weekend up here. And it's going to be kind of nasty, but I'm okay with that. You guys good? Separated? They're separated. So, we're praying for rain at this point. So what's the plan today? Well, it's pizza night. So I have to do pizza stuff. I think I want a roasted garlic, fire roasted corn, and roasted chicken pizza. Which means I have to roast the garlic. I have to roast the chicken and I have to roast the corn. But that's what I'm going to do, I think. Because usually I have cheese, I know. And cheese holds a special place on my heart. Because I'm all about cheese. But I think I just want a couple extra things on my pizza today. Just because I can. Let's go see how these little kittens are doing. Jake's in here right now. I'm going to flip the camera so that we can get a good look at them. Okay, I've turned the light on. That is Peaches, and that's Smoky. And we have, oh God, they're cute. Those two are definitely Bowser's. And that one's Bowser's. And there's another one that's Bowser's, and there's Jake's. So, hi, that's a Smoky. I love Smoky. There's another one that's Jake's. So everybody is here. They're just a little squished in. They're just a little squished in, and Bowser just came back to see the children as well. So they're co-parenting, and they're co-parenting really, really well. And it's so cute. It's so cute and perfect. Look at that. Anyway, we are definitely going to flip the camera back around, and we'll check on these guys again today, of course. Right now, they're just so cute. Look at Smokey. Look at Smokey. Oh man, they're cute. All right, let's flip the camera back around. Okay. So I also think I'm going to do a little more shaving on Whiskey today. So we got stuff to do, and then we're going to pray for rain. We need the rain desperately. The little sprinkle we got at 6 a.m. doesn't cut it. Like, we're not even as dry as some areas, and we're worried about accidentally lighting the grass on fire. So, yeah, we're we don't want to accidentally light anything on fire. So we're being really careful. We're not having any of our fires. We're not even barbecuing. Like, it is so dry and the danger is so high right now. Cross your fingers and pray that we get a whack ton of rain, because that's what I want. I want a whack ton of rain, just because we got to soak the ground, not just for the plants at this point. We need it just to alleviate some of the suffering. So, I mean, people have been evacuated. People have lost their homes. A couple of lives have been lost now. It's not good. So, the wildfire situation is out of control. It's pretty bad. We've got really good firefighting, though. Like, they're really good at it. And they're good at it. It's just wildfires, man, they're not the same. If you've never experienced a grass fire, if you've never seen the devastation it can do, you don't really know. It's not like in the city, right? You don't really control a wildfire. You do the best you can with what you've got. And frankly, even if you've got all the resources in the world, there's only so much you can do, because you're talking hectares and hectares and hectares of land on fire, of trees on fire, of fields on fire, of houses on fire. It's not like a house fire. It's absolute nonsense. Like, so if you're in an area that doesn't get wildfires and you're watching things on TV, whether it's wildfires in California or Australia or Canada, no matter what, when you see wildfires that are out of control and you think, well, our fire department could put it out. No, they couldn't. It's not like a house fire. Okay? It's intense. It's a force of nature. You can't stop a forest fire much better than you can stop a hurricane. Like, can you control it a little bit? And really what we're trying to do in our province right now is just protect homes. Because at some point you just kind of have to go, okay, well, that's just going to burn. We're going to protect these houses. That forest is just going to burn. Sometimes that's all you can do. And it's the best you can do. And it's the best option you've got. So why do you move now when I'm not trying to get in and out of the gate? because you're a bum. So fighting wildfires is a force of nature. It's not easy. It's a little ridiculous. And you do the best you can with what you've got. So when you see wildfires on television and you see them, hi sweetie, she just came out from the kittens that she's got under the deck. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about them under the deck is I can't check on them for health. But, what can you do? But when you see on television wildfires, before you stop to criticize, before you criticize the firefighting efforts, and before you say, well, it could have been done better, probably not. Okay, the people who fight forest fires are professionals. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing the best they can. And they've got the resources they need. It's not that they don't have the resources. They've got the resources. It's simply that, frankly, it's a force of nature. You can't argue that much with Mother Nature. Mother Nature has a thing or two to say about it. So, yeah, hi Gwen. So that's what we're up against right now. We're not in an evacuation zone. If it rains, we won't be. If this rain that we are waiting on, it was raining to the far south of us. It just hasn't come up here yet. So if that rain will get up here and soak us for a little bit, we'll be fine. If it doesn't, then are we in danger? Yeah. Especially if we get lightning and thunder here, and we get lightning strikes, because they're pretty much all lightning strikes. I know somebody's gonna be like, wow, a lot of them are human caused. In this case, they were lightning strikes. Okay, the vast majority are lightning strikes. So, we had one in the marsh not far away from us. I was out of control, but it's fine now. I mean, fine is a relative term. So, we're not in an evacuation zone, and as long as we get rain, we won't be. If we don't get rain, then everyone's in trouble. Anyway, let's go inside and get some stuff done, because I do have things to do today, including getting prepped for pizza. I am glad it's pizza day. That'll help. Pizza helps. Pizza solves a lot of things. I might have felt a raindrop. Did I? I might have imagined it. I hope it becomes reality. I think I imagined it. Yeah, I think I imagined it. I think it was wishful thinking. Anyway, I'm going to go inside, get some stuff done, and keep praying for rain. Pray that we get a lot of rain. We need it this weekend. Even though it's a holiday weekend and we generally don't pray for rain on a holiday weekend, we are this time. We want to be rained out, just so this thirsty ground, can get a little moisture, and we stop worrying about potentially burning down entire segments of the province. It's fun. All right. I'm going to go inside and get some stuff done. Well, we're going to take some more hair off of Whiskey. By the way, I do hear thunder. I don't have any rain yet, but I hear thunder, and that's almost as good as rain. It's not as good as rain, because if we get thunder and lightning, but we don't get any rain, then we're screwed. But I'm hoping that's not the case. Why do you have sticks in your fur? So what we're doing now is just taking off some more hair. I'm being a little haphazard, that's true. I'm just taking off some. I don't need to take off a ton. Just a little bit every day. And yeah, we're sitting in my room because Whiskey didn't want to comb, so I had to trap him. And it doesn't hurt him. Literally, I can run this on my hand. It doesn't hurt him. And I do check its temperature. Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes after you've been using it for a few minutes, your trimmers might get hot. So just like when you're trimming your horse, you want to make sure that you check the temperature. I'm not going to go down too far, because I can't reach. I have to get him to sit on a bench or a chair if I'm going to get lower. Sorry if that was muffled. I was holding Whiskey's head against my chest, and that's where the mic is. Yeah, we're just doing some areas. And I like these clippers because I don't have to worry about them cutting him. I know some people have said in the past that clippers they use took a chunk out of their dog or their horse or whatever. These ones don't. But be careful anyway. I mean, it's not nice. He's a little bit chonky, so there's spots where I have to hold his skin because he's got rolls. Yeah, he's got rolls, buddy. But he's not, he's fine. He just has some rolls. I can hear thunder. I want it to rain. We're literally desperate for rain. We do not want to end up one of those places that are actually on fire. Like, so many freaking areas in our province. A couple more areas. Had an evacuation order this afternoon, so I really I don't want us to be one of them. I don't want us to be one of them. So, I'm just, hoping for rain. Do we have an evacuation plan? Is something that I was asked before when I was talking about wildfires the other day. And the answer is yes and no. Moving the animals is complicated, especially because if we got evacuated, so would everyone else. We live in an agricultural area. So that would mean that everybody is evacuating with their large animals. So the evacuation plan, if we had to, was my dad takes my kids and gets out of Dodge. Just that's he goes, and yes, we have out of town family outside of what would be our evacuation area, and that would be where he goes with my kids. I stay because I can't abandon the animals. I can't just, with a wildfire coming, you can't do that. So luckily, we're not at that point. We are not in an evacuation area. But you have to have the discussion. If you're in an area, not even just wildfires, but think about an evacuation plan if you are in a flood-prone area or if you're in an area that tends to get hurricanes or earthquakes. If you are in an area that suffers from some kind of natural disaster, that might mean you have to evacuate. You need to sit down with your family and have a discussion. Okay? You have to sit down and talk about it. Who goes where? Do you have a plan? If you have large animals, so obviously if you have a huge farm, good boy, if you have a huge farm, you're probably not going to evacuate 100 head of cattle, right? You're probably not doing that. So what's the plan? Does everybody go and you leave the animals to fend for themselves? Please remember to open your gates. So if I had to leave them, if I had to go, I would open every single pen, including the rabbits. Okay? Because it is not fair. It is not fair to put them in a position where they're stuck in pens and a wildfire is coming down on them. So, unless we are forcefully evacuated, I'm staying. If I had no choice and I had to go, then I would open all the gates, including the rabbit pens. Everybody gets let out. Every single person. So you have to have a plan. What is your plan? I think it might have started raining. I think it might be raining. He's got mats on his hip, which are fun. We're probably going to finish his hips another day. He's getting annoyed. So I think he's going to look ridiculous, but he's also getting annoyed. You can probably tell by his face. Yeah, I think it's raining. Oh my goodness, prayers have been answered. Okay, I think he's getting really irritated. Okay, let me just get a couple of really big mats right here, buddy. I just want to get them. I just want to get a couple of these chunks. And then I will let you go and we'll finish. We'll do some more tomorrow. Okay? Okay, you want to go? You look ridiculous, but that's dogs. I can make multiple dogs out of this. Yeah. But I do think it's raining. Let's go and find out if it's actually raining. Let's go. Because I definitely want to go find out if it's raining. It's raining! I have an umbrella. So I'm just trying to keep myself and the camera from getting soaked. Tequila's getting soaked. Whiskey and vodka already came in the house. I think she wants to come in the house too. Yeah. Whiskey went outside for a whole 35 seconds, realized it was pouring, and decided it was definitely time to go in the house. And it's raining really, really heavy. I'm so glad. I am so glad. That is such a relief. I hope it rains a lot. Or at least enough to soak the ground. Oh yeah. That's so good. Look at that. Look at that. It's raining. Look at that. That's so excellent. I'm very, very happy. But because it is raining, I'm going back in the house. And I'm going to take Tequila with me because she's very unhappy. So let's go in the house. It's time to make pizza toppings. The first thing I'm doing is chicken. Excuse me, Tequila. You are in the way. Tequila is in the way, which is actually par for the course for Tequila. So I'm literally just taking my chicken breast, doing some seasoning, because you got to make sure you got seasoning. You can't do it without seasoning. And then I'm going to put it in the toaster oven on roast, because our toaster oven is fancy. So because our toaster oven is fancy, it has a roast setting. So I am going to put it on roast, throw these on the rack, and they'll be done. That's the toaster oven bugging me. So I'm going to go do that. Then I'm going to do maybe a fire roasted corn. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the corn, but I'm definitely doing the chicken. So we'll be right back. It's raining. We are very excited. It is not raining as heavy as it was earlier. We are hoping it gets heavier. And the reason we're hoping it gets heavier is, man, do we need the rain. Like, we need the rain. I can't even explain how much we need the rain. Hopefully we got lots, because everything needs to be soaked. Like, everything. I don't see anyone out here right now except Shadowfax, who loves standing in the rain. He's, Shadowfax. Shadowfax stands in the rain. I do not mind the rain, especially when it has been like it has been, but I do have to walk away because it's pooling. Hi, everyone! Well, this isn't everyone, but it's not everyone, but it's a large number. Hi, guys. Yeah, there's eggs there. I gotta grab them. So, admire my chickens. Those are my chickens. They are fantastic chickens. I love my chickens, and I'm so glad it's raining. They're not super impressed. I don't know where the ducks are right now. They're, probably hanging out in the rain. Ducks love rain, so. Yep, 2 eggs. This one is pretty darn fresh because it's warm. This one is cooler, but this one's warm. So let's put those Let's put those in my other pocket. These are non-hatching eggs. So I'm going to put them over here. Hi, guys. Yeah. There we go. Lock this gate up. It's raining a little harder now, so we'll have to be pretty quick. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Let's all try not to slip on the ramp. The horse doesn't care. The goat hates getting wet, but Shadowfax, he don't care. He will get wet all day. He's happy getting wet. It does not bother him. Some of the chickens it bothers, not all of them. Like, I don't know where the ducks are, but it doesn't matter. Because the ducks are probably in the bush, hanging out, enjoying the wet. Ducks like wet. Ducks like wet. Chickens, not so much. Well, depends on the chicken a little bit. See if there's any eggs in here. Yep. One. Get it in my pocket because it's raining and we don't want hatching eggs to get wet. I think Tristan grabbed a couple because my quail egg thing is getting overflowing. Okay, ladies. Ugh. We are not going to be broody. They're trying to kill me. We are so incredibly grateful for the rain. Rabbits are out in the rain. Everyone's looking good. Good, good, good. Go check the kittens. Go back inside, make some pizza. I'm just so glad that it's raining. Dots is looking good. He looked good as I walked past him. He's looking good, which is good. Hopefully this weekend we can introduce him to friends. We'll see, see if he likes friends. Not all rabbits do. Look at Silverado. Silverado hates having friends. He thinks friends suck. So Silverado doesn't get friends. Oh, I'm so glad it's raining. If it sounds like my whole day has been about wanting some rain, it has been. I'm hoping it's raining like crazy on the other side of the lake, or it does later, because that's where one of the wildfires is. And there's another one further east. It's just not fun. There's like cats everywhere. Oh my goodness gracious me. Let's, hi! Hi, Peaches! Alright, let's turn the camera around. That's my Peaches! Hi, Peaches doll! Peaches is my kitten. We got other kittens. We got big ones, little ones. Okay, hang on. I gotta turn the light on. There we go. Yeah. Look at them little ones. Look at them big ones. So we still got 4 here from Jake and whatchamacallit. Hi guys. Jake and Gwen. We got them, which is fantastic. Hi guys. See, they're getting a little more adventuresome. So we have to start watching where we walk when we're over here. Because there's kittens. Kittens being kittens. Kittens doing kitten things. Let's get back in the house. So let's turn the camera around, get back in the house. Because frankly, this isn't fun. It's raining. Okay, so it's raining and I'm not complaining, but the rain is getting harder. I can hear it. So we're going to make a dash. But I'm glad it's raining. But I'm not wearing a raincoat. So we're going to make a dash. Because, yeah. Sorry, there's hay on my camera. But we're going to make a dash and get out there and get back in the house. So I'm going to turn the camera off. And we will pick this up in the house where we check on Gemini's babies. And they're not Gemini's, they're trunks. But we'll check on the baby bunnies. And then we will make pizza. It'll be fantastic. I'm excited. So that's what we're going to go do. Oh, pizza time. Now, I decided not to do the corn. I got sauce all over my hand. But I decided not to do the corn. And instead of doing the corn, and I didn't even do separate garlic, I threw garlic in the bowl. Shredded chicken. That's the chicken breast. I let it cook, then I shredded it. What am I doing? having a brain freeze. But there's garlic in there, so that's what I decided to do. Because it's so good. Figured if I put it in the chicken, then it would be evenly distributed when I shredded the chicken, which it is. So I'm using one of these little pans. I'm doing a square pizza. Why am I doing a square pizza? So it stopped raining, and then it got sunny, and then it rained a little bit again, and now it's not raining, but it's not sunny. So I don't know. I don't know what is going on with the weather. We haven't gotten as much rain as we need, but at least we got some. I'm hoping that the rain has moved to the west, to the east of us, because that's the worst area in the province for being dry. So I'm hoping. There's no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees anyone's going to get enough rain tonight, but we need it. So here's hoping, right? Yeah. They're really good. Shredding chicken like this, it's the way to go. Okay, now I need a topping. I'm going to do some parsley. We always top with herbs, and sometimes it's a pretty good decision. You know what? I haven't used sage on a pizza in a while. I think sage is good. I like sage. I like sage. I'm so tired. I'm so glad it rained, though. At least it rained a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to throw this in the oven. Gently. Gently. We don't throw pizza. We place it gently in the oven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds is equal to 25 minutes on the timer. Anyway, I am going to wait for that to come out of the oven. We will come back when that has happened, and then we'll wrap up for the day, because it's actually getting kind of late. Other things kind of took a while, and we spent a long time waiting for rain. Anyway, I am going to wrap up, come back when that pizza's done, and then we'll be good, because I'm hungry. Obviously, I'm eating the chicken, so obviously I'm hungry. So we'll be right back. Well, my pizza's done, and we got some bad news. There wasn't enough rain, and there's a wildfire just south of us that's a little bit out of control. So the yard is filling with smoke. We don't have to evacuate, but that being said, it's not great. We just didn't get enough rain. Hopefully we'll get some more overnight, and that wildfire was already sort of existing, but it got so much worse. So now the yard is filling with smoke. So, you do what you can. We're not under an evacuation order, but who knows by this time tomorrow, right? So, again, if you're in an area where there's a potential to have to evacuate, you need to have a conversation with your family. You need to talk about, one, where do you go? And it can't be to your neighbor's house because they'll be under evacuation too. You need to have a conversation. Make sure you know where you're going to go. Make sure your whole family knows where you're going to go. It's usually out of town friends and family. Okay? Out of town friends and family is your best bet. The smartest thing you can do. And everyone needs to know that. Because in the event of an evacuation, you might forget your phone. You might forget people's numbers. It might be difficult. You might not have cell service if towers are down. So just have a plan, make sure everyone is aware of the plan and everyone knows what the plan is and where to go. It's really important. All right. You also, if you're like right now, we're in a season where it's possible we could have to suddenly evacuate. So I have bags ready for each member of the family, right? So I have something that's okay here. Gotta go. And it's got everything they need. It's got food, it's got water, it's got phone charger, that kind of thing. So you should also do something like that. It's not great. Like, it's not great. So before we sign off, first of all, I'll show you my pizza. It's excellent. But before we sign off, I think we're going to go outside and take a look at how smoky it is, because we're not under an evacuation order. We are under a warning right now. So there's just a, hey, you know, there's a lot of smoke in your area and there's a wildfire not too far off. Pay attention. That's the situation we're in right now. We are not having to evacuate. I don't expect we'll have to evacuate. So let's just take a quick trip outside and I'll show you what it's starting to look like. And it is predicted to get worse over the next couple hours. But let's go take a look. All right, so this is literally just rolling in. Like, just rolling in. It is predicted to get worse, and it's coming from that way. Okay? Like, you can't actually see where our road intersects the next road. It's in smoke. So the smoke is coming further this way. It is getting nasty. It's not as bad that way because that's not the direction it's coming from. That is. So we're not under an evacuation order. I don't think we're going to have to. There are teams on the site trying to get a handle on it, but this is what's going on. The winds are picking up, which is not a good sign. So hopefully we get a ton more rain today, because this is absolutely not a good thing. Hopefully we get a ton more rain tonight, because this is not fun and it stinks. Like, it doesn't even smell like a good bonfire. Like, it stinks. So hopefully, yeah, this is not fog. This is wildfire smoke, and it's from that way. So hopefully, cross your fingers, hopefully they get it under control and we don't have so many problems. That's Jake. Hi, sweetie. But yeah, that's what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for the night, and we will definitely see you tomorrow. If you want to find out whether or not this got any better overnight, well, tune in tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be fine. We've got experienced crews. We're pretty good at this, but it's a wildfire, so there's not a lot you can do. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.